Well, this one is certainly going to be brutal, especially considering the bullshit we had to deal with ever since the third gym. Not too sure why the gym leader castle made the psychic gym look yellow. The Game Boy game kind of made it look a bit more orange than yellow to me. Or maybe I just don't know enough about the color palette they were using for it to accurately say what color they gave the color-themed town. As a side note, I can't help feeling that the cue ball might have made more sense in Giovanni's gym than Sabrina's, probably because the head sprite in Stadium makes me think of the Kingpin from Marvel Comics. The Game Boy games just made them look like fat guys with an odd belt and a leather jacket.
Of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected. Now. Oh, and a rough Pokemon change.
Understandable, since the fighting monkey isn't gonna last long against a psychic.
Here's the first move. Special stat is down.
Okay, was kinda hoping we'd do more damage there, but at least it's still a respectable amount of damage. Now let's just see what we have to worry about in return.
What now? Severe hit. What's that? A decent hit.
Yeah, we're definitely getting the first one down with ease. Part of me really doesn't want to count this as part of Neo's total, but to be fair, Neo did deliver two damn good hits that resulted in that Pastor taking himself out with just recoil. Hopefully, we can take down that Rhyhorn with ease, leaving just the Primeape left for Neo to finish off. Though I suppose part of me wouldn't mind if things got tougher than that.
What's this? Major damage! Earthquake! Harsh blow!
Not much of an animation to start Earthquake, but maybe I'm just spoiled after seeing a Golem and a Nidoking do the same move multiple times.
Which Pokemon is coming out? Combatants face each other. Oh, it's Gyarados!
Definitely overkill against a Rock Rhino that's already injured.
Ride that surf! That one hurt!
That probably would have taken him down in a single shot regardless of how much health he had. Anyway, that brought Takanamori back to first place on the scorecard.
We're down to the last Pokemon. The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The tense battle continues. There's the attack. There, it's a hit.
Part of me hopes to see someone hit with Ice Beam actually freeze. We haven't seen any Pokemon in the Game Boy or the N64 game get frozen, so I think it's the only size effect we've never actually seen.
What'll it do? Good hit. Vigorous attack. Yeah, it's a hit.
Well, at the very least, it doesn't look like we're gonna see any Pokemon frozen in this battle, that's for sure.
They go into battle poses. It's thrashing about. Hit the weak spot.
Well, that's certainly an impressive number of damage for such a small monkey flopping on the ground instead of onto the water snake. Not that we ever actually see Takanamori actually bite anything either. Again, I know some of the animation limitations are because they didn't want to have to come up with individual animations for each individual Pokemon doing I don't know how many individual moves on 151 different creatures of different sizes and shapes. But still, as insane as the request is, I'm probably gonna keep asking for it as we keep going forward with this series, as slowly as that might be. The burglar was explicitly inside Blaine's gym and certainly would have fit in with Giovanni's crew again. Why in the hell does a psychic gym not have a trainer that is explicitly referred to as psychic, other than the gym leader?
We'll need a strong effort to win. Whoa! Point drill!
Okay, guess Takanabori isn't gonna get the chance to extend how high up his first place lead is in this particular
We
fight.
might be in for a one-sided affair.
Well, it's certainly an interesting change of pace to be on the receiving end of a sweep, or at least it would be, but I'd rather have a competitive match rather than be taken down because of a one-hit kill thing like Horn Drill. Dear God, that gave me flashbacks to Cabin in the Woods, seriously. While I know the horn has always been a thing for unicorns, I just never know how to react when I see someone or something outright gored on that thing. There's also the fact that I can't find it in me to give a damn when we're taken down by a move that requires pure luck. But if we had that move, then it'd feel like it missed most of the time to the point I wouldn't want to keep it. Sure, luck is a legitimate way to get a win, but this style of fight really makes it damn near impossible to plan around.
There it goes! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
It's not that it's a bad choice, just that we have plenty of anti-fire options. And those anti-fire options would even have tricks they could use if the fire was flying around like Moltres.
Oh, it's Ponyta! The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The 10th battle continues. What now? A decent hit! How's that? Ground zero!
Right, so Kawaku managed to get all the wins that I expected Takanabori to get in this match. I'm possibly annoyed by that, since it doesn't change the fact that the match was one-sided. It just made the announcer act for a bit like we were the one who was doomed, because he apparently calls a match near instantly. Well, at least a medium being in a psychic gym makes more sense than a burglar in a cue ball. Right, Neo should again do quite a bit of damage here.
Here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this. What kind of battle can we expect?
Well, assuming she doesn't switch to Gold Bat or Tentacruel, we should be good with Kohaku as well.
Flash out confused Red. It's confused! Earthquake! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
Really getting more and more of a sense that the fights are being more and more determined by luck than anything else. Which means either that's actually the case, or I'm just not good enough at this to know all the little details that are determining how things are flowing.
Oh, it's Megaton! How will the type difference affect that?
Well, Earthquake won't hit quite as hard on this guy, and that's all I can say for
What
sure.
now? Severe hit! Oh, a horrible freak! Its defense is down. What a furious battle! It shook off its confusion.
And it looks like the confusion didn't do much of anything to us here.
What's next? The state of change works. Neither one is conceding an inch.
Just because she's not conceding the inch doesn't mean she isn't gonna lose it. That's kind of one of the core concepts of battles of any kind, in war or otherwise. One side tries to gain something forcefully, while the other does everything they can to prevent that from happening. Sometimes while trying to do the exact same thing to the other side. Wait, why did she wait until the Tentacruel was her last Pokemon before sending it out, when Kawaku's explicitly weak to water?
One-sided. Perfect day!
She really should have done that earlier in the match, if only so she'd have two Pokemon against two of ours instead of it being a 2-on-1 now.
They go into battle poses. Oh, it's Venusaur! The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1. The combatants are
And
making
the one who was
smart
sent out
moves.
can easily end this in one move.
Supersonic! It didn't work. What's this? Watch the weak spot.
Okay, I've really got to stop overestimating my
intense battle
Pokemon's strengths at
continues.
some point. We are 83 parts into this Let's Play. You'd think I'd have a more solid idea of what our long-standing teammates are capable of against certain Pokemon and certain types. And apparently things are going to be dragged out for a bit in this battle.
Fireworks are flying in this battle. What now? Its defense is down. Uh-oh, it's confused.
Please don't knock yourself out, Phyllis.
What a
You won't be able to get
furious
back into first place if you do that.
Combatants face each other. What's next? Yes, it's working. What's this? Powerful strike. Neither one is conceding an inch. How's that? The attack wasn't effective. It shook off
Yeah,
its
I think this
confusion.
battle is pretty much over.
Nail the weak spot.
Right, that's another battle down, and Phyllis is only half a win away from matching Takanabori right now, though I somehow doubt that Phyllis is gonna get to do any more scoring in this clip, since our next and final opponent for the clip is gonna be bloody Sabrina. Well, Carmen Takanabori could do some solid damage here, and I'm sure Neo, as usual, can hold his own.
The challenger faces Sabrina, the Saffron gym leader and the mistress of psychic Pokemon. Trying not
Well,
to
that
get trampled
mistress
by
apparently
psychic
decided to leave
attacks.
her whip behind for this match, not that we can see the trainer sprites for
They
even a few
strike
seconds.
fighting poses. Here's the first move. Watch the weak spot. It can
Always
take a
love it
move.
when we make the other guy flinch, and it's even better since in the next generation, Bite is gonna just absolutely destroy psychic Pokemon.
Fire blast. A decent hit. What now? Good hit.
Yeah,
The
Garm
intense
is definitely
battle
taking this
continues.
first win of the match with ease. Again, damn shame that he evolved during the rather excruciating in-game
What's
grinding
that?
session. He spent so much of this
There is a
LP
hit.
being in his puppy form that I probably should have done some kind of
What's
celebration as he finally made it into an adult dog.
Yeah, it's a hit. Neither one is conceding an inch. It's Bite.
And that's one down, two to go, and we're done with the
Is
sixth
it
gym.
down and out?
And now I'm trying to remember if we dealt with Koga or
What
Sabrina
will the
first in the
next
Game Boy
Pokemon
side of
be?
things. I feel like I should remember something like that, but again, far too much of the game just blurred together for me because it had so little plot behind it.
This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon. What'll it do? That's a good hit. What now? A decent hit.
Well, looks like Garm's gonna be calling it a day here. You did a good job there, buddy. Kinda hoping the next one up does just as well.
Here's the Psyche. Good hit. Oh, it's down. Which Pokemon is coming out?
Well, since the Executor isn't out, Takanabori is still a solid option.
Oh, it's Gyarados. The Pokemon are entirely different types.
If Takanabori goes down, then the Pokemon will be the exact same type. But that would just slow things down to a crawl.
It opted to slowly damage the opponent.
Why use something like Toxic if you can just psychically crush him in a hurry?
There, it's a hit. There's a big difference in HP. What's this? Yeah, it's a hit.
Apparently, there's also a big difference in luck. Seriously, when's the last time we managed to inflict confusion with Psybeam?
Furious battle. Now. What'll it do? Boom!
You've got to be kidding me! Just why is Taki's luck so bad in this clip?
Hey, what's it doing? Down it goes! There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
Right. Time to see if you can turn the tide here, Neo.
Alakazam! It's one Pokemon against two now. The 10th battle continues. What now?
Well, at least we're a little luckier with Neo here. I just wish it felt like luck played less of a factor when the battles feel pretty damn even.
It's finally taken down. Both combatants are down to their last Pokemon.
And our last Pokemon are both psychic. Oh god, if only Garm was still available so we could burn that
The battle
bitch.
is coming right down to the wire. The attack wasn't effective. What's this? Nail the weak spot.
That was less of a punch and more of a slap. Either way, I refuse to be taken down by a Jinx.
Combatants face each other. What'll it do? It didn't do much damage. What now? Good hit.
Whew, I feel like I deserve to be knocked out right there.
Continues. They strike fighting poses. It's restoring HP.
Why did I think that would give us full health?
What's next? There, it's a hit. Fireworks are flying in this battle. What's this? That was weak.
Weak or not, when you're able to heal and the other person isn't, then you can afford to hit them weakly. This sums up how I tend to treat a lot of boss fights in a lot of different role-player games anyway.
Now. It's restoring HP.
Okay, guess she ran out of ice punches.
Yeah, it's a hit.
And Bubble Beam is most definitely doing a lot less damage.
A psychic blast. The special stat is down.
Right, so it goes down when it doesn't really matter anymore because we're winning on the absolute next move anyway. Wait, why did she switch to Bubble Beam if the highly damaging Ice Punch still had a move left? Ugh, maybe I just shouldn't even bother asking those questions. Anyway, that does it. Another gym down. Based on how close this battle was, I'm pretty sure either the fire or ground gym is going to be the one that stops us. We've had a damn good run though, and I'm certainly looking forward to seeing who manages to stop us and how.